was good?
Killer,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Whoa.
All right.
All right. So
Take number 10 it is. Yeah.
I'll take it.
I wasn't even counting. Just felt like 10.
Well, there was a good hour and a half before that of constructing the song.
Yeah, so that's
And a new original piece. We need a title, so let us know what you guys want.
yeah.
Want
So
us to
today, Andrew's like, "What song are you gonna play?" It's like, "Yeah, we could do this or we could do that." I was like, "Why don't we just make one? Just make one up." Because I think the Petros deserves
a fresh
epicness. Yeah,
fresh song
that
too.
That was a pretty epic song.
It was fun. It's interesting, like, to see like how it evolved from just like a couple ideas, you know,
Two weird time signatures. Because you were like, "What is it at the end?" And I was like, yeah, what is it? I don't know. But it sounds cool.
It's really cool. It's all fun.
What's that?
Talk about how does one go about writing a song like that?
I don't know, but when you said kind of in the middle of it, you're like, yeah, it kind of has like a snarky puppy movement to it. And that's kind of like what I was thinking in my head. Because they always have those epic...
Well, it
yeah.
definitely has a Ghibli influence there. Those like
Ghibli meets snarky puppy.
Yeah.
Ish.
Your influences. No.
Yeah.
Some of the main ones. But yeah, that was really cool. I got to get ice for my computer, but why don't you guys talk a little bit more, if you would, about how you start with something like that?
Yeah.
And then, you know, what happens as you start to go through it.
Yeah, so it actually goes back to earlier today when I was taking pictures. I was looking at my phone and I had these notes where I just write down random musical ideas. And I have this song that I partially wrote when I was in Taiwan. And it has that.
Oh, nice.
But
so
then,
it kind of came from pretty much like it was inspired by another original tune you wrote?
Original melody, I guess. It's not really a song, not a full song. I think that would be the complete song for it then.
Wow. Because
the idea I had was from driving through the mountains. That's right. The name of the song is called Naiwan, we'll call it, like Inner Taiwan. And if you ever get a chance to go there, definitely visit anything along the mountainside.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
This one, it felt like we were in old like Pali, but less houses, higher in the mountains. It had that really old feel. It was cloudy, partially rainy, so it kind of has that first chord kind of, I hope, captures
Kind of
or
sets
that feel or that
the
melody.
scenery.
Yeah, and then that's a common kind of movement, you know, between that. This would be like an E minor, and this would be a C. But you would flat that, right, to get more of like that.
Yeah, more of the dissonance. So it's almost like a
call
9.
it the, I don't want to get canceled, Asian sounding theme.
I don't know. I always was drawn to like chords like this since I found out that they exist. I think the first time I was actually introduced to this type of chord was trying to figure out a Jake song.
I like to refer to it also as the Jake chord to myself in high G. Is that sound you get? You don't get it from really any other chord.
Oh,
I think.
I like minor nines. Yeah, that's interesting, like how we were able to piece together something slowly.
Yeah. So
lot
that's
of
where
ideas.
it came from. Was E minor. Was that song goes. And then the idea I had when I was taking pictures earlier was, what do I go from there? without sounding generic, you know.
So this is all going on in your head while you're taking pictures of listings.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really focusing on
I
pictures.
was just watching this thing on how multitasking is like bad for us. You don't do anything that well when you're like,
No,
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to do 5 things at the same time.
I think the goal is to try to finish all of it. So if you do 5 things in a certain time frame, completing it is it's nearly impossible if you're multitasking and stuff. Because you're only working at fractions or bits and pieces at a task, and then
Like partial capacity.
yeah, so you never really finish anything. Just like this song.
Let's finish
But-
now. So because we had a
Yeah.
chance to work on it and focus on it.
So it came from that, and I didn't want to do the the typical to Xanarkin.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So I was like, what did we play again?
Yeah, that's right.
And then I didn't want it to sound too typical, so we ended up doubling the 2 E's here and playing the Tobias chord instead.
Yeah. It's just funny how we have like other musician friends when we reference chords to their names.
Yeah.
The Drake chord, the Tobias chord.
It's really only
No, this is
4
the Drake
notes of
chord.
different. Oh, yeah. But so we took the Tobias chord, and then because we're in low G, I constructed the chord melody from there, and the kind of typical and non-typical way is to just move up, right? To the, what would this be like? This would be like a 1-4-5 in minor, I guess.
Yeah.
And to not sound typical, all I did was keep that voicing the same and then add the C bass. And then this last one, instead of like a typical D major, D7 or whatever you want to do, I have this, which I don't know
That
what it
sounds
is.
nice.
It's like a sus, but so
Is
it's
this
from the bottom. It's 2, 5,
Like a-
4, 8 or 7. Yeah, and then it sounds cool when you play it over these chords.
And then I end up filling it in.
Yeah.
so you do that by finding voicings in a different different area a little bit. or-
Yeah. So like with that chord that Corey's playing, there's a lot of room to play around with that type of E minor.
And that was the idea, so
know.
that Kanile'a has freedom to do whatever voicing and sound good.
So like what I'm trying to do is stay out of clashing with Corey. So if he's doing open chords, I try to do closed chords. So more like chords that involve barring or covering all the strings. So and then also too is that when he goes to the next 2 chords after that, he's going from open to like close, and then I go to open.
Yeah.
So like try to do that E minor part you were doing earlier. And now he's covering the other string, so I'm closed, and then I go back to open. So the idea is to contrast with what Corey's doing. And then the next part, he's gonna go on like first position. Now look at his chords; it's all open.
exciting part. You know, we changed the tempo, changed where we hit the accents, or where we did the accents.
And then I end up doing like harmonics, open, that's C, and then 2 strings on the 7th fret, and then same thing on the bottom string.
So
I
it
like how these
sounds
go
basic,
together.
yeah, but it's actually like a wait, how does it go?
2, 3.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So we go into that. So this part goes. So like the what is that?
So you're still playing in 4 because it's like 1, 2, 3.
But then
1, 2.
it's like the
3,
Tigran
4.
thing where you put accents in certain places to make it sound like it's not a typical.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So yeah, we end up going into there, but then like the picking pattern I was thinking in my head. So like these are overlapping, but the bass notes, I guess, are the kind of tricky part to get. So
Because that's what's moving, right?
so yeah.
And the rest is like a E minor with the E string open kind of a thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just double E. So you're playing an E minor without the middle finger, the Tobias chord, and then this is going to take place of an A minor. So it kind of sounds dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And then this would be an E minor, or how do we do it? Played this at one point, which would be, so it's like doing a C D G, I mean E, right? C D E minor.
Yeah. Kind of like one of those.
Right, but you're doing that, pedaling the same trebles with just moving the bass on it, right?
Yeah. And then
Just
I'm
like
actually
that
like,
kind of movement implied.
I'm trying to like, then what I try to add is like the actual chord movement to what he's doing.
So how it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it kind of, yeah, the timing is that, the time signature is that. What was it? 4
4/4.
4/4, yeah.
But it's just that you're switching to the D on the 4th count. And then you're still playing it for a full measure after.
So it gives the
1,
impression that it's
2, 3,
offbeat, right?
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's almost like it gives the feel of 3 because or 6 because of the way the changes are, but you're still in 4.
Yeah, it's weird. Imagine if like we put all the chord changes on the 4th count.
So yeah, you know what?
It's so strange.
What I had in mind was, you know, the very last beat was cut off, and you go back to C actually, but it's weird to follow. So it goes.
Oh yeah. I like that when you don't even feel like the loop is like in this place that keeps you floating.
So like that last beat is cut out. nice even measures. Because then it goes one before, yeah, it goes back to C, one more. I went too much that time, yeah, but yeah. So the last one, the idea behind this was, you know, like power chords on a guitar. Because you can't really do power chords on an ukulele. The best thing to do is just have the overlapping notes again. So you have the double E, and then the A minor or the C is actually this. And this is kind of like the power chord on the guitar. You know, like, or...
Yeah, we get it. It's the power chord.
Yeah, the ukulele power chord. Anyways,
The punk rock chord.
the second chord we did to make everything just a little bit different. You have your second fret up here, top string, then your pinky's on the 5th fret on the bottom. So when strummed, there's no off kind of melodies, there's no off notes. It's just this really nice driving sound, which gives KoAloha a lot of space to, yeah, go nuts.
It makes it's almost like you're taking a key, opening up a door to like a lot of options.
Yeah.
And it's like when you hear like, I guess you could say neutral chords where like it's mostly doubled up notes in there. You can really play around with what type of chord you want to play over that.
Yeah, it's cool. There's no weird open notes. It's just a very neutral sound on this last chord, and it covers pretty much the outlines of what a E minor would be without it being obvious that it's an E minor. So, first chord, I think I was playing this at one point. It was kind of C, right? Just a normal C, but with your, you know, what is that? I don't know, C. What would that be?
It's still a C.
Anyways, yeah, that, and then following with that chord, or this, which sounds... Is that like a sus? I think, yeah, what, I don't know what that is.
Is this the chord you're playing? Over here?
Yeah.
Oh, that could be a lot of chords. It could be an E minor, it could be an E major. You could even do like a suspended.
Yeah, I guess in this case it would be like an A minor, replacement for an A minor, but then instead of that.
Oh, so yeah, it would be like a sus2 or something.
Something like that, yeah. And then the last chord, you're basically taking that whole thing and moving it. You're not going to move it up here because that's not in the... You move it to here. Middle finger's on the 5th fret bottom string. Ring is on the 6th of the C. And then the pointer is 4th fret top string. Should sound like that. Or you could do this, which is cool. You got the double E here again. And then you have this note, which is like that part of the Jake chord. That's in there. And then you have this neutral kind of chord, note that's in there as well. Which
Like
is still E minor, but doesn't, isn't obvious, I guess.
And it's cool. It's like a lot of these voices that you folks are hearing too is like very unique to low G ukuleles as well. It would sound totally different with the high G. In fact, like I like how this chord sounds more with the high G.
Oh, so there was actually a part of it because it can go all the way up if you wanted, all the way up the stuff and still follow the same chord progression. And then over that, if you play. So it's like playing a C6, but without the 6 in there, yeah?
job, guys. Creating
that was
creating
cool.
is always. I think you guys should try to set aside time to just do that like regularly. Seriously, you have to. I mean, because like if you sit with it and you focus on it, you actually do create something. It's just a matter of doing it, right?
Yeah, that was pretty epic too. Okay, last chord. It's 7639. Works really well with
Seven.
G tuning.
What the freak?
Yeah.
7639.
Yeah, so that can be the last chord to the
I'll take this one.
the chord right before the final chord. Yeah. I like to be difficult.
I know. Oh,
It just because if you do a picking from top to bottom string, it lines up. It's a linear melody, I guess. Yeah.
All right, Corey.
Jeez.
Talk about what you got in your hands.
Okay. Magic. This is Petros Tenor with fiddleback mahogany, top, back, and sides. We had 2 concerts come through with the same set of wood, and very nice mahogany. This is actually mahogany, believe it or not, and it's pretty much flame throughout all 4 sides of it. You get these cool dark dimples, I'll call it. But yeah, so the fiddleback tenor number 96. And like I was saying, we had 2 concerts come in with the same kind of mahogany, really, really nice. And the characteristics, it's like a mahogany where, because it's a generally a little bit softer wood than other hardwoods out there, you get a nice mellow and warm sound. With this one, it seems like the way also Petros builds, where it's a very lightweight, light bracing, just overall light instrument. There's a little bit of extra that you get compared to what you get from mahogany. So it's like mahogany on steroids. Yeah. And then with the fluorocarbon strings, low G, you get really good sustain. Adds a little bit more brightness to the overall sound.
It's a bold sound. It's a little bit more mid-range than the typical Petros.
Which is still super, super, super nice. It's a weird chord podcast night. Just throwing. Yeah. Anyways, the binding, Tasmanian blackwood, top, back, and sides. Looks a lot like Koa because, if I'm not mistaken, Tasmanian blackwood is a type of acacia.
Right.
Okay. And you get this color. This one looks a little bit darker than usual, but it's really nice all around the top and the fretboards all the way up to the faceplate. But before that, tail block with the nice Honu carving. You got ebony bridge, fretboard faceplate. The Honu's on the fret dots here. Petros logo on the headstock. Rubner tuners. Some of the finest tuners you can get on the market. Perfect for this ukulele. It's very smooth. Doesn't add a lot of weight to it. This is, as always, a very well balanced instrument. So, yeah, let's give it a quick sound sample to this tune.
could just like hear it ring throughout the whole room. Like when you hit those like high notes, I hear it reverberate off the wall. It's like, dang.
Is there a sustain pedal nearby?
Yeah.
I have the secret switch here.
Oh yeah, me too.
Right inside of the side port that I forgot to mention.
Wow. What a special Petros. Let's check out this next one. What do you got, Kale?
So I have another special Petros ukulele. In fact, like I feel like all of them are special.
They're kind of
Like,
all special.
They're all so good. They're easy to play. They sound amazing. But the real feature on this ukulele is actually the soundboard, which is a piece of redwood that is also named Tunnel 13. And there's a really nice story behind this wood. Pretty much every single instrument that we get from Petros that uses Tunnel 13 sounds amazing. Full, rich, loud, deep, bright, all together. You can hear everything. And the way they're built sounds amazing. So if you want to check out an interesting story, check out the story behind Tunnel 13, and we'll have that in the description as well. This ukulele has some gorgeous curly Hawaiian koa for the back and sides. I mean, just look at that. And it's paired really nice. I like the color tone. It has more of like a caramel type of color, and it's really beautiful, as you can see. Nice and curly. And it comes with cherry wood for the binding, which is something that you don't see very often on ukuleles. It's a pretty nice wood. And we got an ebony bridge and fingerboard here. And the cool thing about pretty much most of Petros' builds is the type of inlays that he includes for the binding and the rosette. And for those of you who would like to show off your Tunnel 13 ukulele, along the rosette, there is a little piece here that lets everyone know that this is made from that very special wood. So it'll stand out in both sound and looks. So check out these ukuleles. They're amazing. Rubner tuners, super smooth, easy to handle. I like when you grab like tuning keys, it's comfortable for your hand to turn them. Sometimes if they're too big or too small, it actually, can be a little uncomfortable tuning up your ukulele, but these are like the perfect size in my opinion. Side port, again, very gorgeous ukulele. This would probably disappear very fast, especially with the type of artwork, the design, and it just being made from Tunnel 13 wood for the soundboard. So here's a little sound sample for you folks.
At the bottom of the fretboard, is that the year of the... Was that the heist?
Oh, yeah.
1880.
1880. Wow, so this thing is like definitely a whole Tunnel 13 themed ukulele, which makes it even cooler. We've had some of the Tunnel 13 models where it didn't have too much, like not all of them with Tunnel 13 come with this type of rosette, stating that it is that special type of wood, and also the date. So yeah, so you're looking at some really old wood, and that's another big reason why these instruments that are built with these do cost more than the standard Petros wood sets, because when wood is aged, it has a really nice, more open tone. You get more volume and just more complex overtones overall. Yeah, amazing ukulele. Check it out.
Double checking us on that.
It says it was built in the 80s, but
Okay, so
or 1880s.
So when was the heist?
So known as Siskiyou Station. Oh no, I don't want to look at your ads. On a dark, stormy night on 1923.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, so the tunnel was built in 1880-ish. So that wood is still from 1880.
Jeez.
And on a dark and stormy night on October 11th, 1923, twins Ray and Roy do, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, Atremont Diodario, were 23 years old when they were joined by their teenage brother Hugh in robbing Southern Pacific's gold special train in hopes of collecting $500,000 in gold. Rumored to be on board that day.
Is there
Yeah.
a movie?
Probably.
Oh,
Bunch of-
that'd be
The
pretty
Great
cool.
Tunnel 13 heist.
Imagine like you make a music video using a Tunnel 13. You can actually like tell the story of the.
Ooh,
That would be pretty sick.
go up to. I wonder if it's like you could probably visit it. It's like still blown up. I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Like you record a video in there with like an instrument built from the wood.
Let's go.
In that tunnel. Oh.
Or you go hiking in that area and you find shards of Tunnel 13 wood. Probably not, but imagine that back in 1923. Did the Depression start yet? It was in the 30s, right? 1930 or whatever. But this is when
this was the roaring 20s.
same time Kellogg and all the big corporations began. 1923.
No.
You got three
Like,
brothers
like
trying to rob a
Post
train.
or,
Yeah. Post who stole Kellogg's recipe. But instead of
Who's the real hero of the early American food industry?
so you have Heinz, you have Dr. Kellogg's younger brother.
Kraft?
Dr. Kellogg. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dr. Kellogg, yeah, Kraft and Pabst Blue Ribbon,
Yeah.
they got into a big beef
I remember
because
we were
Pabst,
talking about that.
yeah, because of the prohibition at the time that they get rid of. They were not going to brew beer anymore. That was their thing. And then they started doing cheese, and that's when Kraft cheese just kicked off.
Oh, they never came back with craft beer.
Oh, that would be,
That would have been pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, especially with like craft beer
With the
being a
K.
thing. Yeah, right.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, started selling packaged cheese. There was some kind of lawsuit involved. I forget exactly. But Kraft
Yeah.
ended up winning the rights or something. Yeah, won the legal battle. Then came the Great Depression. But then we got into World War II at the time. Kraft started distributing all that cheese. That was like the beginning of packaged
Oh, the single
liquid
package.
cheese.
Oh,
That didn't
liquid.
come yet.
Oh, okay.
It was liquefied cheese in a
Cheese whiz.
can.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, cheese whiz. And
The beginning of the end for Americans. Once we could
cheese.
squeeze cheese in our mouth,
Oh yeah.
it was all
Any
over.
time of the year.
Oh, I remember that a Goofy movie. Remember like when we were like kids and there was a scene where one of them had like a cheese tower.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah,
Remember this cheese whiz?
I did that in real life.
That must have been messy.
It's a fondue, right?
Yeah. Americans, but cheese in a can. You want some cheese on your cracker? Yeah, sure.
It was still probably
Just processed cheese.
better than some of the Hershey's type of Mars like
Yeah.
side of
All the candies.
American foods happening at the same time, right?
Yeah, so that was a cool one too. Milton Hershey. He was the one that brought chocolate because supposedly that was a delicacy and enjoyed by elites in like Europe or whatever. And he's like, I want to make this available to people. I think everybody should enjoy this. So he created a recipe. Still employed people even throughout the Depression. He, chocolate was huge back in that time. And then came, I think they had to downsize, and that was the beginning of Reese's Peanut Butter
If
Cups.
you were a child during the Depression, a chocolate bar was like $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
yeah.
It was a
Probably.
cool snack. It was easy to eat. It was relatively cheap, and yeah, you just came in a small wrapper. You ate it, and you were happy.
Yeah, we get it.
It's delicately folded in this nice foil, generally, but
But who's more genius, Hershey's or Mars?
Probably Mars. Hershey was supplying Mars with chocolate when was it Frank? I think his name Frank Mars invented the Three Musketeers or the Milky Way, one of those. The idea was to get the diner milkshake flavor into a chocolate bar, and it was his son's idea.
Mars bars was like a thing, though, right?
I think so. Yeah. In the documentary,
he made Milky Way too.
It was Milky Way, and then Three Musketeers.
I don't really like any of those that much.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Milky Way, but it's too much.
Yeah.
You take one bite, you're like, all right, I'm good.
I don't know about whatever that nougat part is.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Snickers was supposedly
Ooh, I like Snickers.
just a spin-off of Milky Way, but with peanuts inside, something like that.
Snickers, yeah,
And then
caramel.
Yeah, so they got really big, Mars. Hershey's saw all these huge orders coming in, and they're like, oh, it's kind of suspicious. Like, even during the Great Depression, I think it was the Depression, but Mars ended up being their biggest customer. Then they had to downsize or something, and then the person that was running the milk farms to produce milk to make the milk chocolate was forgot his first name, but Reese. He was the one that invented the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Mm.
He was employed by Hershey's. He was the one producing the milk for him. They had to downsize, or they changed something to where they didn't need him anymore, and the guy,
that's probably the best thing ever too.
Yeah, Mr. Reese, I think he had 13 kids or something, and he's like, oh man, I can't stop working, I gotta take care of my family. So he was like, why don't I do candy, why don't I do chocolate? I was working at Hershey's for longest time. So he invented, after many attempts, the peanut butter cup, and started selling it to Hershey's employees and made a killing off of it. Then he expanded after Hershey's noticed. He's like, hey, you're making money off of my employees and whatever this and that. He's like, whatever, I have to make a living. And the vice president or the COO approached him, and he's like, I want to supply you chocolate to make Reese's peanut butter cups, because at the time Baby Ruth and Mars, they were dominating the market. And then Hershey's was like, we gotta figure something out, we gotta take it back. We're we should be the ones reigning, the chocolate.
Wait, so did Reese work for Hershey's?
He was
working there. Then he makes his own peanut butter cup.
Yeah, so his milk factory.
He's
or production,
selling this chocolate candy to the workers at the chocolate factory. Okay.
And got super popular.
And so then they pulled him in like, hey, we're
going to supply your chocolate because I think this is going to be a big hit, and we have to take down Baby Ruth and I think it was Payday or whatever at the time.
What do you mean? But they didn't make it themselves. They supplied the chocolate for him to make it?
So, yeah, Reese was making his own chocolate. He had his own recipe. And then Hershey's like, why don't we produce a chocolate for you, and then you do your thing and we can expand. Then they built factories, and turns out the peanut butter or the
I wonder
peanuts,
where his 13 kids are now. On yachts.
Yeah, probably. They all have yachts.
And all 30 of his grandkids.
Yeah. But he was a really good guy. He was like, what am I going to do now? I can try making candy. He invented the peanut butter cups, and that was it.
See, so, I mean, like, some people would think, you stop after like 10 kids, but it was by the 13th that he realized he had to do something really amazing with life to like be able to support all of these mouths.
It's like, I should spend more time at home after 13.
I'm gonna go work. I'll be back, guys.
All right. Interesting diversion. Where were we at? I think Kanile'a was about to...
Yeah. So the 13 kids, Tunnel 13.
Right.
No connection whatsoever. But Oh, it was
Glad
at the
that
time.
you
It was
brought
around
it
that
back
time.
around.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were putting ourselves in the time of this heist
Yeah, what was going on during the heist?
during the Roaring 20s.
People are like, I need to get a job, make some money. The three brothers are like, that train is full of gold. We're going to blow it up and take $500,000.
You know what's interesting? At the same time, my great-grandfather was making his version of Greek moonshine in
New York.
his basement in North Carolina. and he did good with it. Apparently, they at some point told him either leave town, because I guess like he was friends with, you know, whoever the authorities were. They said, you're going to have to leave or else we're going to have to, like, you know, bring these charges on you. So he moved up to Michigan, and then that's where my grandpa grew up. And
Oh.
then his son ended up being a computer engineer that worked at NASA and worked on the first space.
Oh, yeah.
launch,
I
yeah.
remember you saying that. Your grandpa,
My
he
dad
was
built
first
guitars,
generation.
so you see, it's just kind of
Your grandpa was
who knows where it goes.
first generation, right? From, like, he came off the boat, right? From,
Yeah, great.
oh, great grandpa. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so Tunnel 13 ukulele. Hopefully, you guys got a little feel for the hustle and bustle of the era when these
That's pretty badass. Making
boys
moonshine
tried
in a
to
basement.
heist a $500,000 and this shard of amazing wood survived to become a beautiful instrument. It was kind of a weird segment there.
A little bit of history involved. That was nice.
It was almost like drunk history, but no, we're not even drunk, but you know.
We went from a
Yeah.
heist to candy to cheese to beer.
Now I'm just hungry and thirsty.
I know, right?
And we're only on the first 2 weeks of this podcast.
All right, I'll quit yapping.
Yeah, but that's what makes it interesting. It's all of our random conversations.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, they're all selling joy, and so are we, but ours has less calories, you know.
In fact, you can, you know, possibly burn calories depending on how
Yeah.
fast you strum.
Yeah.
Burn about 3 calories, right? Playing Mach 4.
Hey, there's a reason why when you go into Kaiser,
Depends
there's
on
like a
the day.
poster of somebody playing ukulele and talking about the health benefits of music.
Physical and mental. Music is definitely therapeutic. Yeah.
Make you feel good.
How many calories do you think you burn playing Mach 4?
At least 40.
I don't know. I didn't really think it was like. I don't know.
Because, as a matter of fact, it's a workout.
What if it was only like 20?
Still, yeah.
It's better than eating a loco moco.
Or a Snickers bar.
That's debatable.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know. Loco Moco sounds pretty good. Like,
Depends on how
Sounds-
good you play it, I guess.
like some sunny side eggs,
You
extra
can eat a Loco
gravy,
Moco
some
while-
mac salad on the side.
See, mac salad with the loco moco to me is where you draw the line. That's just like, that's going too deep right first thing in the morning.
Yeah, putting
Go
the
big or go home. I was like,
gravy on the mac.
I mean,
Oh,
if it's there, I'm eating it.
I'm of course. Yeah.
great. I'm not saying it's not amazing, but it's just, yeah, you know it's not great for you. But... All right,
My stomach is throbbing.
let's get to the music.
Should I play something like more mellow on this? You?
Anything, it just sounds great.
Ooh.
sounds
13.
amazing.
That made me full.
All right, so there was another one that we got in from Petros. That one was custom ordered, which you guys can do through us. Just inquire if there's a one that you like that's sold in the past, or if you want to put in an order, you can. It has a cedar top, so I want to get a little 1, 2, 3 on these 3 different tone wood options for people.
It's also known as croutons. Yeah, that was
I like this one.
really nice. Oh, I gotta hear that one more time. Yeah.
I think the Tunnel 13 one is the warmest
Warm and
out of the 3.
warm and bright.
I don't know, the other one, the other Redwood top was a little bit brighter. I think the Tunnel 13 is warmer because it's older, maybe.
There's a different kind of clarity, I guess.
With that one, with the mahogany one, it's almost like there's room for you to like dig in and actually like get that coming out slightly brighter
Yeah.
without it being too much.
Oh, sorry. Oh, jeez. That's a guitar. Yeah, this is the warmest one.
So all excellent choices, and always impressed every time. Very cool, and just let us know with any questions about these. They should be up on the website around the time putting up this video, so go check it out and you might find them there. And next we have more great customs. So we have a couple KoAlohas that came in. We could tackle those real quick.
Yes.
Yeah. The T1 models, they're the most affordable KoAlohas, but still, you know, give you that awesome, you know, they're custom made by Noah Bonk, finished by Ryan Condon.
Sorry, my ukulele went out of tune a little bit.
That's okay.
My fault.
Mine's probably did too.
So yeah, go first.
T1 radius fretboard. This is the most base level KoAloha you can get, but I think I would consider this a deluxe feature. The radius fretboard. Very subtle, but allows you to do bar chords a little bit better. Koa top, back, and sides. Super smooth satin finish all the way around. Rosewood bridge fingerboard. KoAloha logo on the headstock. Standard Goto tuners geared. Very simple design, but simple is great. And you know, if it's a KoAloha, might look simple, but it sounds amazing. Nice classic ukulele.
Yeah, you know, it's like KoAloha just has this wonderful woody, open sound that is just the signature throughout the line, even from the most affordable, which aren't that affordable. I mean, these are all still custom, all hide glue construction, and just Noah's attention to details on all of his specifications, the way he shapes his tone bars, the way he adjusts for different densities and different woods, and all of the things that go into, you know, the last 25 plus years of full-time lutherie. Yeah, I mean, these are great, and definitely this model is like simple, understated, but you're going to get a professional level instrument. So these have both have the Alohi high G, of course, going with a low G fluorocarbon. You can get all kinds of different tones, but
Throw like an Aho set on. Ooh, that would sound good.
Yeah.
so Calais has one similar.
Yeah, so this is another T1 tenor from KoAloha, built by Noah Bonk. It has a lot of similar features to the one that Corey was playing, except for there's two differences that I see. One is that this has your traditional flat fretboard, and you know, this has been a style of building for a long time, ever since the ukulele was first invented. And a lot of us here in the islands, or just pretty much everyone who's been around ukulele for a while, has probably played a lot more flat fretboards than radius. Radius became more of a thing recently over the past decade or two for ukuleles. It's always been something on guitar. But for those of you who want something that feels, you know, more of a vintage or traditional type of feel, flat fretboards are usually the way to go. And you get everything that you can expect from a KoAloha, even though this is a bass tenor model. It sounds phenomenal for what you're getting. Really nice satin finish, as Corey said. This is done by our friend Ryan downstairs. He does all of the KoAloha finishing for all of the nice and beautiful instruments. Another thing that's different from the one I have versus the one Corey has is the faceplate. This features a rosewood faceplate here on the headstock. So you have different options. Even though this is, a base T1 model, there's going to be some slight differences from model to model. So be on the lookout for those. Some subtle things make the biggest differences, and these are amazing. So let's feature them on a sound sample.
Sounds really good. It just fills the room.
Oh, before so just to clear it up, Domino's, the brothers, they bought out a franchise, or they bought out a pizzeria, and then they just started their own. They did their own thing from there on.
Okay. Corey might be referencing something I cut earlier, but I want to get you two on a couple of the latest Kanile'as to come through.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, here, just try to do this. Right. So I got this brand new Hono Tenor Premium Koa ukulele from Kanile'a. We get these every so often, and this model features some really nice premium koa. We got some sapwood coming down the center here, and as the name suggests, we have some really nice turtles featured here in the bottom bout here. And we've had some customers that actually would buy this as like a family heirloom. It kind of represents for some people the parents and their child. And it's a really nice piece. You don't really see too much of these that often, but when we do get them in, they're a nice treat to play. Beautiful koa all around the body, top, back, and sides, and the UV finish that they use on these really brings out every single speck of wood grain on all of your ukuleles. Satin finished neck, geared tuners. As we make our way back towards the front, we have an ebony bridge, fingerboard, faceplate, Kanile'a logo inlaid on the top. And these come strung up with a special string set that Kanile'a uses, and they're from Worth. And these are fluorocarbon strings that are now available in all of the models that come from Kanile'a. So check them out.
So I have the Islands version of what Kale has, and this features the Hawaiian Island chain done beautifully in Paua abalone, same kind of abalone that is on the fret dots on the top and sides, and the Kanile'a headstock here. The koa wood is pretty mind blowing. This one has a lot of depth to it. As Kale was holding it up, I was still looking at mine too. I was like, man, there's so much in this set of wood. I like when Kanile'a uses this, especially for premium stuff. It's a lot of things going on. A lot of colorings, a lot of curl, a lot of dark, a lot of light, blonde, orange, reddish streaks throughout the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, look at the pictures on the website. You'll see a lot more of that, but I don't know if you can see it as I twirl it, but man. So yeah, here is the Islands Tenor Premium.
Comment for a second on their string choice for these is on the lighter side, so that you guys know. So it's like it's going to be easy in a lot of ways, and it's got a sweet sound, but like if you want a beefier sound, maybe suggest like maybe like the uke logic strings, or if even the uke logic hard tension, which are a lot more tension, but you get like this fat round. This you get like kind of bright and like the crystal, sustaining sweet tone. So, but it's like you could get a meatier sound with like heavier strings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They decided to go with a pretty light set on their tenor.
It gives a good amount of balance. It's not the tension's actually really nice, and you still get a Kanile'a kind of sound, just with better clarity.
It's easy to play, and in fact, like for a lot of beginners, this type of string set might be better for them because not everyone prefers heavy gauge or high tension strings. I noticed that like usually the folks who play a lot of fingerstyle does tend to prefer more harder tension, but this is great. I mean, you could still use it for any type of playing.
Yeah,
Totally. It's like slightly lighter than like a CT set, which is like the KoAloha more gauges. So it's like strings are like one of those things where a manufacturer is not going to make everybody happy with their choice. So anyways, I wanted to just kind of throw that in because it's a fairly new offering from Kanile'a that they stock come with these Worth strings.
Even just throwing a logi on this would sound amazing.
Yeah, strings are fun. There's so many options and they all give their own color and range. Anyway, sorry to interrupt that. That is a beautiful set on both of these. Have just gorgeous color. Oh, I don't know. I mean, like they're both pretty poppin'.
Jeez, I want to see the.
Somebody could buy both of them.
Yeah,
to make a great pair.
Look good next to
Turtles
each other.
on one, islands on the next.
Yeah.
Crazy how Uncle Joe was like, log 139. And it is like that.
Well, he also probably spends a lot of time milling it and getting the set. So it's like
I thought the same thing. If I was in that position, I'd be like, yeah, it's log 22. That's.
I imagine that's the like most exciting aspect too of like cutting into a new log and checking out the figure.
He's shown me some crazy wood, like even pink koa. I was like, what?
Well, it's extra sweet because he's taking fallen koa trees. Mm-hmm. So it's like the find is like there's no harm done. Oh, yeah. It's like,
and then they're planting new trees for every uke that's sold.
Yeah. There's a lot to love. Okay, Corey, you were about to give us a sound sample on this guy.
Oh, did I? I didn't do it yet. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I was just imagining that it did.
Beautiful.
It has like a punchy sound.
Yeah, really punchy on the E string.
A little bit more mids on that.
Yeah. Smooth.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, we're going to close out with a couple really unique customs that we featured last week, but not enough.
Yeah. Can I just do a quick sound sample on that baritone? Okay, real quick, we have this K1B natural. Believe it or not, with select Koa wood. This isn't deluxe or anything. 2019 model has the Kanile'a pickup installed. Really good condition. The person that owned this took really, really good care of it. So, yeah. K1B natural. Get it while it lasts. This one's kind of rare. Pretty killer.
So yeah, we're gonna get to those last two customs I was talking about, but Corey diverted us, and it reminded me that we needed to get a sound sample on this instrument, which is used but in brand new condition, and it's a really nice piece.
Brand used.
Brand used.
It's like new but better price.
What would this cost? Like $2,800?
I gotta look it up.
Sounds nice.
Oh, that does sound good.
Give me a whirl on that Koa.
Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, spin it more, I think.
Oh, look at that.
All right.
So, just recently, the ukulele community lost a very important and influential person, Mr. Sam Kamaka, father of Casey and Chris Kamaka. And the Kamaka family, they're such awesome people, and we want to send our condolences and just thank you to the Kamaka family for all that they've done throughout their legacy, their generations of pouring all of their passion and time into building masterpiece ukuleles. And they've supported so many artists and inspired a lot of builders and other companies out there to continue to build instruments that bring people happiness. And I just want to say thank you and mahalo to the entire Kamaka family for all of your support. All of us here at the ukulele site love working with you folks. We love your instruments, and more than that, we love the aloha that you folks bring to the table and the community, and just your willingness to continue to strive to make some of the best instruments on the market and just being great and awesome people. This ukulele that I have in my hands, the shape is one of the most iconic ukulele shapes ever created, and actually Kamaka patented the pineapple shape design a long time ago when it was first invented. And to see their instruments evolve over the years to become better and just all these cool stuff that they're doing on it is a real honor every time we get to feature their instruments, not just on the podcast but in our stores as well. And this is a deluxe Kamaka that comes with some really very beautiful curly koa, and you can see that it also has some appointments that's not normally offered with your standard pineapple Kamaka, but in this case we have some really beautiful abalone inlays around as far as the binding, the sides, the rosette. We also have ebony binding as well for the sides, and as we make our way all the way back to the front, the ebony theme continues with the bridge, fingerboard, faceplate, and the Kamaka logo beautifully inlaid in abalone. So with that said, let's give this a little sound sample. For those of you who are looking for a great ukulele, especially one as iconic from Kamaka, might want to consider something like this. So thank you, Kamaka Ohana. And here's a little sound sample of this wonderful ukulele.
That was so beautiful,
Oh,
Kale. And
thank you.
I mean, like, I just like, oh, it's amazing how much he did for the community and the ukulele in general. And for like all of us, like, he ran a business successfully through decades and like lived to 3 months shy of 100 years.
97.
That's a nice
99.
Wait,
He was 99 and he was only months away from being 100 years old.
oh, 3 months. I thought 3 years. 3 months, hello.
Yeah, which is amazing,
Wow.
right? I mean, speaks to a life well lived.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away surrounded by family peacefully, and you know, he did a lot by just keeping ukulele going through those years.
Oh yeah.
He developed the bell-shaped concert, the otasan style, in the 6 and the 8 strings. And I mean, yeah, there was decades where Kamaka was basically the only people making great ukes.
Mm-hmm. And then they
He kept it alive.
kept it alive, and it's going to stay alive.
That's what we could have mentioned. During that time, Kamaka was building ukuleles.
During the 20s, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kamaka.
we were
forgot to mention
talking
it.
about food companies.
Great name. Kamaka.
And train heists, but yes, right in the midst of that was
Ukulele.
the budding ukulele movement, which did kind of like blow up in that 20s era. So let's get to closing out with a couple unique customs here. Bluesy funky.
hope it didn't break the whatever. It withstood the bends.
The bends. Blues matches perfect with the Sceptre.
That tone.
It's a little shout out to Mr. Montgomery.
Yeah. Oh, that's going. You're gonna funk it up. Ooh, that's another tune. But...
Talk about her.
Oh, this is a very special instrument, as you can see. Built by Pops himself. This has his handwriting inside of the sound hole. You don't get to see a lot of Scepters, and I like this one a lot because you have 3 gorgeous woods. You got bear claw, spruce on top. Really nice koa on the sides, and quilted maple on the back. It's a 2-piece, just like the top. But I mean, you don't see maple like this too much on ukuleles. Usually, high-end guitars or people who like to collect.
Stuff,
Yeah. So very nice, as you can hear. This thing. I can't say this thing. This uke sings well. Has a very well pronounced voice. For what's essentially a super concert size tenor scale. The body's a little bit smaller. Still got the unibrace, the maple and koa sides and back help, throw out that volume really well. Classic Sceptre bridge. This is ebony, and that strip is the same wood that's used on the fret dots, or I can't say dots. These aren't dots. Fret indicators, markers. And you got this cool emblem up here. Says custom made by KoAloha, Hawaii. Made by Pops himself. As you can see, this is his logo. There's a P, but it's also
Pineapple Sunday.
Pineapple Sunday and
Musical note.
musical note. What's the name of the musical note?
Oh, 8 note?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I'm gonna just hit agree because I don't know at all. KoAloha colored. I'm not gonna say it's the buttons, but it's the orange gotos with black hardware. Very
It's a tortoise.
tortoise.
Not real.
Not real tortoise. This is tortoise design. Yeah, I have these on my Kamaka or the other KoAloha. These are really good tuners. If you don't know by now, these are gotos. Yeah. Anyways, here is a quick sound sample of this gorgeous instrument. I think I went through the whole thing without saying that it's a Sceptre. Custom Sceptre from KoAloha.
From dream to your hands.
Came to him in a dream. This, I would like to see what kind of dreams he sees, because this is kind of amazing. Not kind of amazing, but... super fun song, especially for that kind of stuff. Blue, not bluegrass. Ragtimes.
It almost has the character of like some of the old school instruments, right?
That tone, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it plays like a tenor, but yeah, you get that.
It's perfect for that. Like, it cuts through everything, and it's not too much, right?
It has like just enough body to like just bring everything together.
Yeah, classic.
I think Pops is a true innovator.
He's a genius for sure.
Yeah, he's like a Orville Gibson of types, or Ted McCarty. Clay has something super.
Check this out. We have a brand new Eevee custom ukulele. I mean, this is from Mr. Charles Fukuba. Charlie Fukuba. And he's probably one of our favorite local builders here, and every time we get some of his ukes, and we're always kind of fighting over who gets to sound sample, and sometimes we have to refrain from taking on all the cases when we're not recording and playing them. But yeah, 100% handcrafted on Oahu, made out of beautiful, gorgeous Hawaiian koa for the entire body, top, back, and sides. And this actually features more of a traditional sound hole, because he has a very interesting design where he normally places 3 sound holes, and sometimes you'll have 2 on the side. But for this particular ukulele, we have the traditional sound hole over here in the center of the body, and it's accompanied by a very beautiful inlay. We got abalone, and it looks to be some kind of crown, or it's just it's gorgeous. There's a lot of different colors that come around. I see a little bit of blues, some silver, some greens, and depending on what angle you look at it in the light, it may look slightly different. On the side, we have a side port or a sound port. And
Let me get a shot of that rosette again.
Oh yeah, so,
That's a sick rosette.
it's nice.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know what exactly the plant or type of leaves this is, but it's just gorgeous. I mean, I would personally want something like that on my ukuleles as well. And then we got the side port over here. And another thing that's very unique to his designs is that on the back of pretty much all, if not all, most of his ukuleles feature more of like a 3-tone type of design, where you have, looks to be, it's all koa, but it looks like the one that's featured in the center probably came from a different log or a different part of the set that was a different color. And it's really nice contrast, because it's more of a brownish golden color in the center here, and we have the rest of the book match set on the sides of it. On the front of the ukulele, besides the gorgeous inlay on the rosette, we have some beautiful fret markers here, as you can see. Looks to be shark teeth, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But you can call them triangles if you want. Looks like we got them on the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, 12th, and 15th. So you know where to place your fingers. Side dots as well, and these come installed with Goto UPT planetary tuners, some of the best on the market out there. And yeah, let's give this a sound sample. get them while you can.
I know, right? We love you guys, and we're gonna keep coming back as long as these guys keep coming back. You guys gonna keep coming back, or
I live here.
As long as you let me.
Hey,
I live
forever
here.
then. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Aloha.